Welcome back to the channel, fool. Big shout out to all my Codex Rex family for tapping in. You already know, we're locked in. And today's little special, we're supporting a good cause. Stand up to cancer fam. Every dollar counts and every donation go toward collaborative cancer research to a world where more survive. So you know what to do, fam. If you can donate, God bless you. If you can't, just smash the like button. And now, let's get into it.
That is... I want to show this to everybody.
This is what happens when you overfeed the fish. That's disgusting. Okay, this is truly disgusting.
That was awesome.
No, that's not awesome. That's disgusting. That explains where my damn fish went.
That is just amazing. And I'm not sticking my finger.
I see you. Stop hiding in the comments.
The Navy admits in their defense magazine that their laser weapon that has no curvature to it whatsoever, it's not curving, can shoot down Russian and Chinese cruise missiles flying 50 feet over the water over 100 miles away. Now let me explain to you what 100 miles is, because you didn't know a minute ago what curvature is supposed to be there at 100 miles. I'll tell you. If the Earth is a sphere 24,901 miles in circumference, the 8 inches per mile squared on average means that in 100 miles, there should be 6,666 feet of curvature. That's well over a mile of curve. There is no laser weapon shooting from a Navy ship doing this to hit a missile moving at Mach 4. I'm sorry, but the Navy admits by that the Earth is level and non-rotating.
Jim Carrey's 62nd birthday party of November of 2024 was titled The Last Supper, by the group, of course. There is a lot to unpack in this picture. For one, I found it very, very interesting that Jim Carrey was wearing a Saturn shirt, while Seth Green was wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt. What is he doing to his eye? A lot of people would say I would do anything to be in this room with this group of guys. This is some of Hollywood's most famous comedians. However, have we been fooled by the characters they play on and off screen? Let's take Jim Carrey, for example.
I don't exist, so they're all characters that I played, including Jim Carrey, including Joel Barish, including any of those things. They're all characters.
And why would any Hollywood celebrity create a character off screen for the public?
Because I thought I was just building something that people would like, but it was a character.
Do any of you remember Catriona White? She took her own life in 2015 after being Jim Carrey's on and off girlfriend of 3 years. Catriona wrote a letter 2 years prior to taking her own life, claiming that Jim Carrey introduced her to various things, including mental abuse, disease, substances, bad atmospheres, you name it. Catriona's mother and her ex-husband both tried to take Jim Carrey to court for the alleged wrongful death of Catriona. However, by February of 2018, the case was thrown out and life went on for everyone. Well, except for Catriona. And let's not forget the video he made for Emma Stone when she was just 22 years old and Jim Carrey was well over 40.
And every day for the rest of your life, you would thank God that I was the appropriate age for you.
So does the world only love the characters they play on and off screen? Do we ever see who they really are? And like I said previously, there's a lot to unpack in this picture. I thought Jim Carrey was leaving the industry, and now it's looking like he's even deeper in. Let's kind of break down who the heck is at Jim Carrey's 62nd birthday party.
That's why with Eric Weinstein, I was telling him, I was like, no, all energy is expressed in motion. All motion is expressed in waves. All waves are curved. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. The greater the action, the greater the reaction. The greater the reaction, the greater the resistance. The greater resistance, the greater the curvature. Since the universe is built on equanimity, everything has a balance, so there are no straight lines. Therefore, if there's no straight lines, there's no flat planes. If there's no flat planes, then there is no platonic solids that to make any of these things up. So these, even though they are averages and have worked to give you some idea, they are not accurate. And when someone has something that's a better model that proves what they're saying, that is what should be accepted.
Until they see something like this.
Oh my
It's a
God.
bowling.
This is a bowling ball.
It was.
Whoa, it was.
It's look at the cracks.
So when you're looking in the jaws of a tiger, you're looking at about 1,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. 1,000 pounds. Now,
Jesus.
think about this. It only takes about 15 pounds, 1.5, to break a human bone. So you do the math. It's not even a competition. This could be your curtains. This could be your rug. This could be you.
In conclusion, tigers aren't pets.
Is it just me, or is food not fooding right now? Like, I've been a chef for nearly 30 years. I went and bought some inexpensive $10 a pound 80/20 Black Angus to make burgers on the grill today. While it's cooking, the smell hit my nose, and I said, this don't smell right. I pull it apart, I look at it, I get it done, and then I realize it's like Play-Doh. See, ground beef, when it comes out of the extruder, it has strings, and you can see them in the ground beef. This was more like putty, almost like silly putty, like that slime that you see that they make burgers, like frozen burger patties with, institutionalized food. This is $10 a pound on sale, private selection, Black Angus, 80/20. And I'm going to tell you, it crumbles like it. This ain't beef. You can fool me all you want. This ain't frickin' beef. What are we eating, folks? What the hell are we eating?
It's like a ball or something. That's what I'm saying, but you know, we both know balloons blow and they carry with the wind. That ain't tied down. I know. You're right. What the f is that? What is it? Big. Now, imagine how big it is right up there for us. Now, imagine that damn big. It's like I want to go over there and see what it is.
If you was getting your asshole blown out to have your own show, would you want me to come around if I wasn't doing the same?
Say that again.
Wow. If you was getting your asshole blown out to have your own show, would you want me to come around if I was not doing the same?
No.
Thank you. You answered your own question. Everyone's doing things that they're not supposed to do, and I'm not doing it, so they don't want me around.
Okay.
And I'm okay with that because I'm still getting around.
I've seen multiple people shapeshift into reptilians, not just one.
Pause. You've seen people shapeshift
Yes.
into reptilians. Are you seeing this physically happen in the physical realm, or is this something you're seeing spiritually
In the
happen?
physical realm.
Like literally their body has shape-shifted into something that was non-human.
So there's a couple scenarios, like the one lady who hissed at me in the movie theater. It wasn't like her whole body turned into a reptile, but her eyes and her tongue turned into a reptile, like her face turned into a reptile. It's usually just the face that you see, and the other two, one guy had seen shapeshift in person a couple of times. Like it was actually like crazy to see his head even sort of like change shape. And he actually posted a video on Instagram. You could see the eyes change and the mouth and everything, and the head change shape. And I took a screenshot of it, and he took the video down. And there's another girl that exact same thing happened to, where they shape-shifted on video. I took a screenshot of it, and they took it down.
You have a screenshot of this?
Yeah, I have it on my
check that
phone.
out
I have them
afterwards.
on my phone, yes.
What is the true alien invasion?
The true alien invasion is actually the parasites in the body. The propagation of the Food and Drug Administration is what creates these parasitical entities inside your physiology. And these parasitical entities is tether connected to the moon that's being controlled by archonic forces. So the archons control people by way of frequency because the moon is actually a quantum satellite. That's why in a full moon, a lot of people, their parasites start to basically unravel and they start to discombobulate in their system, in their genetic format. The frequencies from the moon that's being controlled by the archonic forces, this is how they control people. The great majority of these parasites have the ability to replicate themselves through the toxoplasma gondii. And that toxoplasma gondii is how they connect themselves to the reptilian cortex of the brain, to where you're operating from a place of fight or flight. So you're not existing, you're surviving in a system that is built on illusions. A lot of people, they have an emotional connection to everything in the third dimension because the emotional connection is the biochemicalization that's coming from the genetically modified foods that's feeding the parasites. So the parasites is making you emotionally connected to the system. So the real alien invasion is really the parasites that's infiltrating the body that's being controlled by archonic forces in the lower fourth dimension when you're talking about the demiurge.
Now you see why fasting is so important.
Hey folks, you want to see something crazy? Just got this Starbucks today. Took a couple drinks out of it. I got a mouthful of plastic. So we're going to see what's inside this. I bought it. I went and picked it up this morning, got out to the lake to enjoy my Starbucks, and there was a bunch of plastic in it. So we're going to see what comes out of it. Look at that. That is plastic. That was in my Starbucks cup. That is total plastic. I don't even know how much of it I swallowed. It's disgusting. Do better, Starbucks. Do better.
So this is a clock. You go around starting from the 6 and the 12 and take away the lower number from the higher number. So 6 take away 12 equals 6. 1 minus 7 is 6. 2 minus 8 is 6. 3 minus 9, 6. 4 minus 10, 6, and 5 minus 11, 6. That's 6 sixes. And 6 sixes is 36. In Masonic numerology, 36 is 666 because it means 3 sixes. Here's the units of time. 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, 24 hours in a day. From what I've uploaded, you should know how Masonic numerology works now. 60 seconds in a minute, 6 plus 0 equals 6. 60 minutes in an hour, 6 plus 0 equals 6. And 24 hours in a day, 2 plus 4 equals 6. That's 666.
Time is a pure trap.
You know how when you watch the news, once you're awake, you see that. I'm wondering, was this always here? But these are the people they're interviewing. What? Wait a minute. Wait, I'm sorry. What is behind your right shoulder? Is that a goat? Is that Baphomet? And look at this. And what is this? Transhumanism? Little transhumanism germs? Doesn't even seem real. It's so whack. What is going on? And by the way, if you look at the reflection in here, like look at the reflection right there. That reflection is like there's a studio set up. And that's weird because that does not look like a camera right there. That doesn't look like a camera. But what? That looks like the Grim Reaper. Like you guys, are you looking at that close up? Like, what is that? Okay, now check this out. This guy, former assistant administrator for global health. Check out what's behind him. So you can't see this, but there's a wizard behind his left shoulder. There's a little can of, it looks like food, but why would you have that on your bookshelf? What I love is the thanks call again sign. Now what? Just watch. Look how serious they all look. They're like, yeah, I know. Oh my God. Okay, Baphomet guy, creepy as hell. Right over his. So this says again, and you were looking at vaccines. Let me just pause this right here. Look. Over his shoulder right there, it says again, and we're looking at this. Like they're going to bring it back again. I'm telling you guys, this is some weird. What do you think? Creepies.
Was taking place in China. It's called 15-minute cities, where in order for me to enter my apartment complex, I have to do a biometric scan. In order for me to leave my apartment, I have to do a biometric scan. That information gets sent to the government agency or police station, and it gets you logged in. So much so to the point where if you have a poor social credit score and you do a biometric scan and you want to get into your apartment, it says access denied. They don't even let you into your own home. It's getting really crazy. And during COVID, the 15-minute city lockdowns, you couldn't leave your apartment.
Epcot was originally supposed to be a portal city. When you look at Disney's blueprint for Epcot, it wasn't supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be an amusement park. Just Google, look at that thing. It was. He had a dream of this. He had a dream of a city where the future would be downloaded into the people that reside in that, and it was going to be a literal. It was going to be a city of tomorrow. So it stands for experimental prototype city of tomorrow, and that's that. And then he died, so he never got to see that happen. But again, it was. I believe a temple city. He was a very religious guy. His roots are in Freemasonry, and it's in that same sacred geometry in Washington D.C. Everywhere else. That was a part of his drawings for the Epcot. Isn't that interesting?
Man, it's really mind blowing when you start thinking about it.
Yep, just look at Zootopia. Where you think the idea came from?
Suspicious. What is he holding here? Looks like an energy weapon, yeah? What the hell is this? That's not an energy weapon, is it? Mate, you can't use it on the people. Speaker, mate. Stop. I hope it's a speaker. Oh, well, we'll take Don't use it on me. No.
Well, what about the fake milks, right? So these are all industrial products unless you make it yourself. And what they figured out with almond milk was, we can take leftover parts of almonds and the ones that are broken and unsightly, and we can use those to make milk. And it's just a few almonds and some canola oil and some high fructose corn syrup, some flavorings, and we blend it up and we sell it for like $8 as a health food product. It's not a health food product. So almond milk is high in phytic acid that sucks minerals out of your bones, so you have to take more minerals. And it's also high in oxalates, which are the things that are causing kidney stones and things that are causing gout and joint pain when you wake up. Even if you have really bad skin and you're eating a ton of these high oxalate foods like almond milk and kale smoothies and all, this can be why, because it's making tiny razor sharp calcium oxalate crystals in your skin that are coming out. So I don't recommend almond milk.
I swear to God, they think we idiots. Those aren't turkeys, they're just covering up whatever's really happening.
We got two supposedly new photos of Donald Trump today, but they only raise more questions than answers. This is the first photo from the Associated Press this morning. Trump once again leaving to go golfing. You can see here he's kind of slouched over, but this was taken this morning. But here is where it gets kind of weird. Trump also posted today on Truth Social. He said, quote, "Great playing golf with John Gruden, former NFL coach, a really nice guy and true character." Couple odd things about this photo if you haven't seen it already. Number one, look at the hat. Let's zoom in there on that logo. Well, that's a different hat than the one Trump was wearing this morning. You see the American flag logo there. So look, maybe he changed hats. Okay. We also don't have confirmation from Gruden himself that he played golf with Trump today. And in fact, the photo might have been taken last week. This was posted by Gruden on August 23rd, as you can see here from the timestamp. So this photo that Trump is trying to pass off as happening today actually happened last week. Very, very bizarre from the White House and Donald Trump. What is going on?
Kind of weird. Now, the fact that J.D. Vance jumped on TV and said what he said, and we all heard what he said, that's another thing that makes this believable. And aside from the videos, I went down some rabbit holes. That Pentagon Pizza Index, they said they're at DEFCON 5 right now. And if you don't believe me, you could just Google Pentagon Pizza Index and it will come up. Go to the website and you'll see. Mind you, this is Labor Day weekend. We all know. The president loves to speak, and we haven't heard from him. They have things going on for the Labor Day weekend, and he's not a part of it. That's what they're saying. I'm going to just say this. They've been getting us ready for this for the last couple of months. They've been making us look left when we should have been looking right the whole entire time. Telling us something is coming in the next couple of months and things of that nature. Trust and believe, whatever is going on, whatever is about to happen, they already knew what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna say this, protect your peace by any means necessary, because things can get crazy real fast. I mean, just jump down the timeline.
I am not a conspiracy theorist, by no means necessary, but I got some information I gotta share with y'all, bro. So I seen today that the White House released a photo of Donald Trump after all the rumors of Donald Trump having health decline because of the scars on his hands, his swollen ankles. He's been saying that he wants to do things because he's trying to get to heaven.
I want to try and get to heaven if possible. I'm hearing I'm not doing well.
All of a sudden, he's just randomly saying these things, and people are coming up with their conspiracies that maybe the doctors told him something that he didn't want to hear. So people are trying to say, hey, it's Labor Day weekend in America, and the president and the White House don't have nothing on their schedule for the next 3 days. Sounds a little bit odd. And I would say, man, y'all overthinking it. But the White House slipped today. They released a photo August 30th, 2025, and it resembles the same exact photo that was released by the Associated Press, Susan Walsh, September 28, 2019. You guys can look this up. This is an official photo. And in that photo, you have the same exact trucks parked back to back. It's this black Suburbans parked back to back in the same exact spot with Donald Trump wearing the same exact red hat, white shirt, and blue pants walking out to go golfing. Now, I don't know if that's just his golfing attire, but what a crazy coincidence that the photos resemble so much of each other. Now, I don't know why people will be celebrating the president's death. It does sound a little bit Queen Elizabeth-ish, but I'm not here to say he passed away. I don't think he did. I really don't believe so. But I do believe that something is going on. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but the internet is driving me to think. And with the Simpsons predicting his death, and all of a sudden he's saying things like, I want to go to heaven.
I want to try and get to heaven if possible. I'm hearing I'm not doing well.
Bruh.
He's partially seeking peace in order to get to heaven. Was he joking, or is there spiritual motivation behind his peace deals here?
I think the president was serious. I think the president wants to get to heaven, as I hope we all do in this room as well.
This is crazy. Oh my God.
We get penalized if, and the doctor gets penalized now too, if a patient doesn't take their prescription every day. And the only way the insurance company knows that is how often do you get it filled.
I was about to say, how would they even know that?
So if you got samples, they don't know it. If you went to the hospital, they don't really know you got some from the hospital. And if you don't take it right on time, we get dinged. Like they pay us less or take money out of our check because this grandmother down the road didn't take it. Well, my mother, I've gotten her so healthy, she's off of her blood pressure medicine. And every day, somebody from that insurance company is calling her saying, you need to refill your medicine. You need to refill your medicine, because they also get money off of every time something's filled. They're just hounding her about it. And if your local pharmacy won't do it, our mail order needs to start sending it to you. And she goes, no, he actually has improved my blood pressure with lifestyle changes and magnesium and none of these other things. I don't have blood pressure problems anymore. And so instead of getting,
hear that.
I should get a check, a reward for that. And I'm getting penalized because she's not taking the pills.
That's crazy.
Which is a greater outcome for everybody.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, it's like both industries quit optimizing efficiency. Like they just quit, and they just quit worrying about the overall health and well-being of everybody, and they just focused on a profit or focused on what way to keep people locked in long term.
Exactly. I mean, especially once you hit that Medicare age, you become the product. You're farmed out to every doctor from then on. basically have to travel schedule around your doctor's appointments at that point.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not healthy.
Products that became successful because customers used them completely wrong. Listerine was originally marketed as a powerful floor cleaner and general disinfectant for hospitals and homes, but customers started using it as mouthwash during the 1920s. The company spent decades promoting Listerine as an industrial-strength cleaning solution that could sanitize surfaces and medical equipment in institutional settings. When people began gargling with the antiseptic and reporting fresher breath, Listerine pivoted their entire marketing strategy and invented the concept of halitosis to sell their cleaning product as an essential oral hygiene solution. Play-Doh was developed as wallpaper cleaner to remove coal residue and soot stains from home interiors during the era when coal heating created dirty wall surfaces. The moldable putty was designed to roll across wallpaper and absorb dark stains that regular cleaning couldn't remove from delicate wall coverings. When schools started using the non-toxic cleaning compound as modeling clay for children's art projects, the company rebranded their wallpaper cleaner as the world's most popular children's toy and creative medium. WD-40 was created as a nuclear atlas rocket rust prevention coating to protect atomic weapons from corrosion during the Cold War arms race. The water displacement formula was classified military technology designed to prevent moisture damage on nuclear missiles stored in underground silos for extended periods. Employees at the aerospace company began sneaking the rust-preventive home for personal use on squeaky hinges and stuck bolts, leading to commercial production of the most versatile household lubricant and problem solver ever marketed.
And that's why Listerine is so spicy.
¡No, viejo, no!
Can you talk a little bit about the toxicity from the brake dust and the tires alone? You talked about that the other day.
Yeah, just the measurement of tires, which is easy to measure. The United States government did a study in 2009 to 2010, and they were like, where's all the rubber on the road? There's enough tires sold and worn out in 1 year that is 10 billion pounds of tread dust. Where is it? Because nothing on the road. So they got helicopters. They started doing a study going up. It took 1.5 miles to run out of the nanoparticles from tires alone. And that's rubber, cotton, epoxies, resins, plastics, metals, chemicals, and ceramics. These are real material things that are coming right off. You know, the tread of a truck is that wide, that thick, this big around, and there's 18 of them. Then you have all the cars, and then all the battery-powered cars are burning tires even faster now because they're heavier and they go a little faster and they stop. At any rate, that's just one thing. You got brake dust, which is heavy metals and ceramics, worst ever, and we're breathing it. So thankfully, it's not just gloom and doom. Oh wow, we're screwed, because you can't stop that stuff. Not at this point, but we do now know how to get it out. So that's a master key to getting this crap out of your body. And when you get it out, you know it. There's not a question of a doubt that it has left your body.
Who drew this? Who drew this?
I can't even handle it. Oh, she got cute feet.
In what direction did they go? That way.
His name is BLZ for Beelzebub. Now, Beelzebub isn't a made-up cartoon character. He's very real. In the Bible, he's Prince of Devils. In many other religions, Beelzebub is one of the 7 princes of hell. That means he's a very powerful and dangerous demon. So in this cartoon, the janitor is Beelzebub in disguise. He realizes that Gosselin is struggling and offers to help. He leads her into a secret library filled with forbidden spell books, and he convinces her to cast a spell. Gosselin reads from one of the books and casts a dark spell. She feels powerful. She thinks she's becoming a real magician. But there's one thing Beelzebub hasn't told her. Using that dark spell means she's drawing power from him. Without realizing it, Gosselin just made a deal with the devil. Eventually, Beelzebub drops the disguise and reveals his true form.
Okay, where do you think your power came from, huh?
From there, the story gets more unsettling. Beelzebub tries to drag someone to hell. Darkwing tries to stop him. A lot happens, but in the end, they defeat Beelzebub. It was obviously a weird story, but somehow Disney approved it and it aired on TV. The backlash was instant.
I just went to open up my husband's car. I touched the spider web. I look in. You're joking.
Well, this job just got a little more fun on the 9th floor of a building. And I'm barely pushing on that. If somebody checks that wall, they're going through. And they probably ain't surviving.
These are rats, caterpillars, baby fish, African colony, same with peanuts, goat tribe, beef stew and some Zambian roots and wild fish. Culture will exchange, beautiful culture all day. Let's dive in. Echo. Yeah, Nathan. Yeah, Echo.
The whole food chain in one plate.
So I just heard the story about Tiburcio Vasquez. Apparently in the late 1800s, him along with 30 other people on a train in California encountered a dragon that was hurtling towards them, creating a giant dust bowl, and they couldn't see where it was going. And part of its tail got ripped off by the train. And this was covered in the Los Angeles Times newspaper with testimonies from the engineer, the fireman, and other passengers saying that they saw this thing, a 30-foot long serpent creature. And apparently this sort of stuff used to happen all the time back then, and they called these things American dragons. And this was the same time period that mainstream science created the term dinosaur to explain all of the huge reptilian fossils they were finding underneath the ground in excavations all around America. Also, don't forget that in the 19th century, their encyclopedias had dragons being an actual animal that were slowly going extinct and were now becoming rare, but did exist way back more in medieval times.
Them 3 celebrities that passed away, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Ozzy Osbourne, and Hulk Hogan. They say deaths happen in 3. What's your take on that?
All death always happen in 3s. These people make agreements. They make agreements with people who are worshiping and serving malevolent supernatural entities. When it's time for them to collect, they're gonna collect. With all of these agreements, the trade-off is eventually they're gonna want your life. It's not a coincidence you see all of these stars dying in bathtubs in Hollywood, dying somewhere alone in a house by suicide, people dying, their dog is dead, the cat is dead. This type of things are taking place because of agreements people are making in exchange for seeing their name in lights. How many times have you seen celebrities die and they ended up being broke at their death? All about the trade-off.
So you saying a lot of these celebrities be knowing that they have like a little time period, they had a little fame and the money, and eventually that they know like you died at a certain time?
They don't know when, but they do know doom is impending for sure. Look at Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey spoke out about some of this shit, and 2 days later his wife was dead. He haven't spoke out ever since.
Why do they want your life? Is that just like some Masonic ritual, or like, is that how it just works?
You ever heard the term, oh, I sold my soul? That's what they mean. At the end, they want your soul. In order to get your soul, they gotta get it from your corpse. The only time your soul leaves your body is when your physical body is dead.
I'm thinking though it meant like, you know, we just control you, you know what I'm saying? Like you have no more control, but you have no more free will of your own, and we control you now.
They can't control your soul because your soul isn't yours. Your soul was given to you. What they can't control is what you do to affect others, to corrupt them. They control what you do, what you say, who you say it to. They keep you under a list of parameters. In Rock Nation contracts, it's in the literature of the contract that you cannot speak about Jesus. Literal fight between good and evil for sure.
It's all of them, no exceptions.
Here's my 110-pound iron-working anvil. Let's set it in here and see if it floats. Okay, it doesn't seem to want to stay upright. I'll just let it tip over. There it is. It's floating. Look at that. The iron anvil floats because mercury has a density nearly twice that of iron. In fact, due to the density ratios, the iron actually floats better than wood does in water. Oh, it's hard to push down. Put my hammer in. Hammer floats too. That's pretty great. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.
Excuse me! Buddy! Hello! Hey!
What the is that?
Alright, I just had to call and tell you, look in the sky. Just look in the sky.
It's shooting the light down. What the is that? It look like it's taking somebody.
Shut up.
What the is that? Look, it did it again.
Babe, why are you so loud?
Look, baby.
I see it, babe.
It's shooting the light down. What the is that?
You showing me on the phone and I see it right in the car.
Oh my God.
Where is they shining that light? Is they shining it? No, that's in the sky. What the is in the sky, yo?
What the is that, y'all?
And it looks like it's over there by campus. Man, are we the only one that's seeing this?
Bro.
Hey, don't just wind your window.
Hey, roll your window down. You see that?
In the sky.
What is that? Right here.
Sky.
Look. That red. Look. What the is that?
Yeah, what?
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, what light is it in the air, bro?
Yeah.
Yo, it's red. Yo, look at that.
See that? We going.
It's shooting the light down, bro.
cavity magnetron is a high-powered vacuum tube that generates microwaves using the interaction of a stream of ions with a magnetic field while in the cavity resonator. A magnetron operates through a hollowed, symmetrical vacuum. It emits powerful microwaves that can act as a source of free energy. If you break the symmetry or close the vacuum, it no longer functions. But can you see the resemblance? These structures were never intended to hold glass within them. The controllers added the stained glass to the rose windows to shut off the magnetron's function. They closed out instruments of free energy. And they are everywhere in these structures.
Can you see Daddy and the spider?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Daddy, careful.
Decided to get a bigger container because of the size of this one. I'll have to move really quick.
And I knew that was going to happen.
So our Walmart has these delivery drones. As you can see, they're called Zipline, but it looks like this guy is over here. And he looks like he's loading it up. I just saw it fly down. Oh, look at it. It picked up the item. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that's so cool. And then I guess it just flies away and delivers to where you're at. Oh my goodness. That's so crazy. Looks like there's another guy going out there with something else. Flying away.
Look.
Where'd it go? There it is.
Go, Daddy, Mommy. Go, Daddy, quick.
Listen, gang. Everybody in the industry is gay. His best friend is Young Thug. You see, he got mad at Gunna for snitching on Young Thug. Come on, gang, stop playing on me. That in a halter top. He in a hot pink halter top, gang, with some Daisy Dukes on. Stop playing on me.
Is that surprising to see from someone like Lil Baby?
No. Why is it surprising to see? Right? He was the same at P. Diddy parties, at the white parties, and Jay-Z parties. He the same person, right? That a different Lil Baby?
No, that's the same Lil Baby.
Oh, well, he been gay then. The fuck? That ain't nothing new.
So you don't think, so you think that those pictures combined with this isn't a good look for him?
Listen, it's a good look for Baby. Everything is a good look for Baby. Because Baby is gay. You ever heard him talk before? That nigga can't even talk. Talk like a retarded. Stop playing on me. I don't know how you write them raps and stutter so much when he talk. Stop playing on me, man. But Baby is gay. Everybody know Baby gay. Come on, gang. That ain't nothing new. Everybody in Atlanta wearing dresses and shit.
Well, I recently seen you post on your page about Young Buck. You seen Young Buck or something?
Oh, shit. He gay, too. That nigga had a wig on, gang. Listen. Buck had a wig on. It f***ed me up. He had a real wig on. It was a lace front wig. Gang? I don't know. Everybody doing weird shit nowadays. I don't know what the f*** was wrong with Young Buck. But he put me in the video, right? I got in it anyway. But I used to love Young Buck, and I still love him, even though 50 Cent say with 403s.
Now, where did you run into him at?
In Cashville, in Tennessee.
Oh.
I was down there with some, and they told me Buck wanted to with me, and he wanted me to go to the video shoot. So I pulled up. Now the crazy part about it, when I first pulled up, it's 100 out there. Right, but Buck wasn't nowhere to be found. He was in the projects, in the building. But when I went in the building, I walked in the building, it was pitch dark in there, another 100 in there. He was laying on the couch with a wig on, gang. But first, I didn't know it was a wig until we took that off when we left. That shit f***ed me up, gang. He had a wig on. That's what I don't want. I can't make this up.
Give me a Prada bag because he's proud of me, full of honey buns. With a honey bun, you know what I'm saying? Man. I got serious, man. You hear me, man? I'm on the ground with a honey bun and a honey bun. You got two rich in, man? Two rich in one day, man.
And he proud of you, sir.
Hey, bro, been proud about because you proud of me, man. You proud of me?
Proud of you. Honey bun.
They gonna have to catch up tomorrow. They gonna have to catch up tomorrow. They gonna have to catch up tomorrow. But they gonna try to try. They right, y'all.
I deserve it. Come on.
You know, I like getting that paper. Hey, nobody move me.
Don't be making fun of me when I'm drunk. You're gonna get another drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You too. Drunken hugs are coming tonight.
What up, Mike? Get up off me, dog.
So Jada Waita has got the internet buzzing again, and this time it's because she dropped some disturbing details about Lil Baby's alleged gay humiliation rituals, the same ones people have been whispering about for years. Jada didn't just skim over the surface this time, she went deep. I'm talking receipts, seemingly harmless photos and videos, weird little signals and body language cues, all pointing to the same thing. The rituals have been taking place right under our noses this entire time. And now everyone's asking why Jada is speaking up now if she chose to protect Lil Baby this whole time. And get this, it's now believed that the reason why Jada walked away from her relationship with Lil Baby is that the humiliation ritual had started going way too far, to the point where it was putting her and her kids' lives in danger. And after trying multiple times to convince him not to continue down that path, Jada eventually had to pick herself up and walk away from the relationship. When she was asked in this interview, she revealed the exact moment when she realized Lil Baby was far too gone.
When somebody show you who they are, the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time, you have to believe them.
Now, as y'all know, these humiliation rituals are nothing new in the industry. It's especially common among young rappers because they're the ones who usually fall victim to these kinds of things. Before Jada even dropped her receipts, fans had already seen this play out. Remember when Orlando Brown went viral around last year after he slipped up and admitted that Diddy had been putting him through what he called hazing rituals? He tried to cover up how serious it was by laughing and goofing around, but fans didn't miss his dead eyes and twitching face, both telltale signs of the rituals. So, when word started spreading that Lil Baby was going through the same thing that Orlando went through, it sent the internet into a frenzy. Because if Orlando was already crumbling under the pressure, what did that mean for Lil Baby? Who was next in line? Fans had always suspected something fishy was going on, but they didn't have the proof. And with the hints Jada dropped, it didn't take long for people to piece the puzzle together. Except this time, she didn't just stop at dropping hints. She broke down all the hidden clues that point to Lil Baby's humiliation ritual, and they weren't subtle at all. And that brings us to the first major clue fans can't ignore: Lil Baby's suspicious relationship with music mogul Mike Rubin. See, on the surface, it looks like they have a typical work relationship or friendship, but you only need to look just a little deeper to see how weird the dynamic is. Like the fact that Lil Baby always seems to be in a compromising situation whenever Mike Rubin is around. The one situation that instantly comes to mind is that photo of Lil Baby and Mike Rubin at a white party. It seems innocent at first, but then you start to notice the hidden cues, the body language, the facial expressions, the hand placement, and that's when it hits. This isn't some random photo of friends hugging. It's part of something way deeper than most can understand. But the real red flag wasn't the photo. It was how Lil Baby reacted once it went viral. Lil Baby went full defensive mode, trying to convince anyone who would listen that the picture was just a harmless photo. He even went on a podcast and talked about how hurt he was by the jokes about him being Mike Rubin's sugar baby that came about because of the viral photo.
Stop playing with me, gang. When you know, you know.
But Turkmenistan. I mean, not only do they have all of this craziness going on, but there's also a giant crater that's always on fire. That kind of reminds me of the craters I've talked about in my other videos, if you catch my drift. But this isn't the craziest part, no. The craziest part about all this, even though they have things that look like Lucifer's torch and the egg of Ishtar and a giant plunger, the craziest part is this place is completely empty. And when I'm talking empty, I mean empty. You would be lucky to see one person or one car driving around in this insane city that's mostly made of white marble. The city that has another thing that looks like Lucifer's torch. Just look at this place. Literally the craziest looking city I've ever seen. I mean, if this place doesn't give you major Antichrist vibes, I don't know what does. This is their former president who's wearing a cape and statues with shields of lions on them. You know who's talked about as coming back as a lion, right? I'm not even done yet. There's more. I haven't even talked about these crazy ruins in Ashgabat. These ruins that look like they came from a prior civilization that probably had.
People are very concerned with the way The Rock looks right now in his latest public appearance. Now, this is a video from a premiere that was posted yesterday, and as you can see, The Rock looks very different. Just in case it's been a while since you've seen The Rock, this is what he looked like during the Pain and Gain movie just a few years ago. Now, this one is a drastic difference. Obviously, this is him when he was 18 years old, still very good size, and this is him at one of his biggest. And another comparison of when he first started acting to what he looked like at his biggest during the Pain and Gain movie. And when you compare those images to this one right here of him from yesterday, you can tell, look at his chest, his waist is very small, his forearms are also very small. You can tell that he's taken a drastic change from just a few years ago. Now, some people are questioning, is this new look for a new movie role? Other people are claiming that he was on substances during his WWE and acting career to make him larger, and that now he's going to try and live long enough and fade away to just enjoy his millions and billions of dollars.
He probably stopped juicing.
I had to talk about your boy. The boy that's acting bizarre. Sometimes I'ma act bizarre. I'm gonna show you something. Watch this. All right. Every storm runs out of rain. Hold on. No. How you can make it? This is AI.
Yeah, that's not real.
What? The whole
That's
thing
not real.
is, either it's embellished with AI, or
it's enhanced with AI.
I want you to look at your boy's face right here. Look at this man's face. That's an AI face right
That's
there.
why they keep cutting, and it's not. It's clearly not in the same place.
I thought it was just a filter on it. Wow.
I mean,
AI filter.
When you if you look at like the people behind or around the signs, where AI has to concentrate on what do I do, faces or letters.
Right.
You can see this dude's face melting right here.
Yeah, I mean,
you can see this woman's face caving in. You can see where the signs are starting not to like make words. We love you, Will. And on the side, pick Brigger Haggard.
Yeah.
I also don't see a lot of black faces in this crowd.
Unless he's in a country where
like Norway or some
I was gonna put damn Vikings in there, or damn elves or something, you know.
You can make the avatar take over the control on the human. And then you can basically intentionally insert sequences that the human is supposed to feel or think, and he will perceive it as his free will without realizing that he's been taken over. And this is basically the end goal of the entire program. Sensor, Spectrum Efficient National Surveillance Radar. This is it.
Okay.
It's run with a Gemini radar chip produced by Raytheon that is in every 5G antenna. And it supplies basically a transparent battlefield manipulation of urban areas, looking into every single room of every single house, displaying every human with his ID and social security number, and knowing what he thinks and what he feels.
How far have they come?
The last data I got from a whistleblower that was about 6 years ago, and he said 60 to 70% of US population writable. 100% readable, 60, 70% writable. That was 6 years ago.
Former President of Chile, Sebastián Piñera, made a public statement on national television that 5G is not only able to read our thoughts, but that it can even insert thoughts and emotions into everyone. Talking about a dystopian nightmare.
The possibility that machines can read our thoughts, insert thoughts, and insert emotions. 5G will change our lives more than all previous technologies in this area.
5G is not the only technology they will use to read our thoughts and emotions. Their officially promoted agenda is to transform all natural human beings into cyborgs, a symbiosis between man and machine.
We've got a new kind of electricity here. This is a helicopter light. Okay. It's 12 volt, 800 watts. Now we couldn't run it off the battery. But we run it off of this.
Yep.
And look at the weight compared. Now, is there any knowledge that you have of any battery in the world that can run this light and weigh only a couple pounds? And remember, most of it's the case and stuff too. Yeah. There is no such battery. If there was, my friend, you'd be manufacturing them, selling them to Tesla, and making a lot of money.
Yes.
These plates are not activated because they're not plugged in. You see, this system right here is a frequency generator.
Okay.
I generate 5 different frequencies. This is the code right here, which I keep covered up. Okay, I can scramble the code. I have different ways of keeping my security here.
Sure.
Okay, but now when I'm not sending any signal, now this is solid gold 24 karat wire.
Yeah.
So it's perfect. There's no signal going to the plates.
All right.
So we can go directly back here. Now what do you got?
Yep.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, now let's start sending those 5 frequencies to the board.
Okay.
They alternate at different time cycles.
Okay.
So I activate the plates. We free the electrons.
We're starting to get some voltage.
Right.
Yeah.
That was awful. I was totally terrified in that one. And the leaves of different realities all around me. I could look into the future. And the present is right here in each of those, and it goes on out to many years from now. It goes to infinity upward. And it's a tremendous amount of power right through this.
He was known as the man who fractured reality and returned to reveal what lies beyond its edge. His name was Dr. John C. Lilly, a scientist once honored within the halls of medicine, before venturing into realms no one else dared to tread.
In the province of mind, what one believes to be true either is true or becomes true within certain limits. These limits are to be found experimentally and experientially. When so found, these limits turn out to be further beliefs to be transcended.
Lilly insisted the mind was far more than mere thought or imagination. To him, it was a realm and infinite expanse of heavens and hells, inhabited by presences that whispered in patterns too deliberate to be dismissed as chance. He described entire realities unfurled before him, as though the universe were a vast library, each corridor leading to another version of existence. To most, his visions sounded like delusion, the ramblings of a man who had strayed too far. But Lilly never faltered. He maintained that he had crossed beyond the known boundaries of reality itself. And what he brought back was not illusion, not fantasy, but a warning.
You've probably devoted your whole life, and certainly many decades recently, to pushing to see, what really were the limits.
Right.
Going into new realities, taking on the belief systems of those realities, and then coming back to your basic working reality and challenging those beliefs, integrating those beliefs with your own. In your writings, you've explored almost every state of consciousness I could imagine. You've established probably a more significant mapping of inner space than almost any other modern person, and I think we all owe a great debt to you for that.
But don't get stuck with those. I've abandoned all of them. It's impossible. Because they're infinities within the mind.
Dr. John C. Lilly was never one to stay inside the lines. Once a trusted neuroscientist for the National Institutes of Health, he began as a respected researcher of the brain, human behavior, even dolphins. But then he turned his instruments inward, into the hidden depths of the mind. That choice changed everything. What he described no longer sounded like science, but something far stranger, like stepping beyond reality itself. Lilly became known for a single maxim. In the province of the mind, what one believes to be true either is true or becomes true. To him, belief didn't just influence reality, it created it.
There's one use of language that's valid. That's the injunctive use, telling you how to do things. The descriptive one is very poor. And William James said it. The other world is a separation from this one by the filmiest of screens. And I found this screen is language. So you have to abandon it when you're going to these other realities.
If a belief was held strongly enough, it became the very framework of life. But each belief carried a hidden limit, a wall. And when that wall was broken, another layer of reality emerged.
Creation is so strange, but true. And that's a wrap on this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me. Smash the subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, today we're supporting a good cause, so just smash the like button, really appreciate it. And remember, stay woke, and I catch you next time.